For today's opening ceremony, Miss Confam of Portland and a friend of mine will be reading a poem entitled Let America Be America Again by Langston Hughes.
Good morning, colleagues. I'm delighted to be here with all of you on this beautiful and historic day. Today, 39 returning members welcome 21 incoming members, who together make up one of the largest incoming classes in Oregon's history, as well as its most diverse. As of today, Oregon will also achieve the historic distinction of swearing in 5 Vietnamese American legislators, the largest contingent of any state in the country, and a testament to the resilience of refugees and immigrants, as well as the capacity for Oregon to be a welcoming and inclusive state. The incoming class comes from all different parts of the state, all different walks of life, occupations, ages, genders, races, and ethnicities. It's truly this diversity that makes Oregon's democracy stronger and what makes our legislature more representative of our communities. Each of us, both returning and incoming members, has a different story of our road to this room. Each of our ancestors has different histories in this country, and each of our family's stories is shaped by the complicated and contradictory history of the United States. Today, in honor of the most diverse class of state representatives in Oregon's history, I will read excerpts of a poem that fills me with as much hope today as it did 2 years ago. Amanda Gorman's poem, The Hill We Climb. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour. But within it, we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. So while once we asked, how could we possibly prevail over catastrophe? Now we assert, how could catastrophe prevail over us? We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be. A country that is bruised but whole, benevolent but bold, fierce and free. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover in every known nook of our nation and every corner called our country. Our people, diverse and beautiful, will emerge, battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it.
Please join me as I read our sovereignty acknowledgement. We recognize the pre-existing and continued sovereignty of Oregon's 9 federally recognized tribes who have ties to the state, and thank them for continuing to share their traditional ecological knowledge and perspective on how we might care for one another and the land, so it can take care of us. And as we are obliged by state law and policy, we will uphold government-to-government relations to advance strong governance outcomes supportive of tribal self-determination and sovereignty. Colleagues, you may be seated. Before we proceed, I'd like to thank and acknowledge all of the family who have joined us here today. And we will begin with the White Lotus Dragon and Dance Group. They will now perform a lion dance. They are the guests of Mr. Daniel Wynn. Thank you so much. What a historical day in Oregon.